The way that a space is designed, the way that an object is designed, has the power to influence the way that we feel. Understanding the background of a material, the quality of a material, has the potential to improve our experience.
If you create something really beautiful and aesthetical, you discover that something is sustainable, I think that is really adding an extra value. From the outside it looks really robust, and it really doesn't tell you that it's an electric car.
One of the lovelier features of the car is the fact that the doors open outwards, which allows you to transition from the outdoor environment to the interior environment. It's designed almost as a living space.
Using the recycled materials like the cork and the PET textiles, they look of high quality, so you also don't notice in the first instant that it's recycled. So also with my work, first glance you don't see the materials that are being used, but if you take a closer look, then you discover the story.
Materiality is something that's really important for me in my own work, and you can see that that is important also when you look at the car. The attention to detail, those fine finishes, craftsmanship on the interior, it's very precise, very beautifully done. Form follows function, function follows context.
Skyactiv, that is the name of our brand new electric powertrain at Mazda, equipped with a lithium-ion battery and an electric motor that we use now for our first full electric vehicle, the MX-30. As we expect from every Mazda driving experience, we want to deliver our unique joy of driving, but now with an electric powertrain. In our sustainable Zoom 2030 technology development vision, we have committed ourselves to bring up a beautiful Earth and to enrich people's lives as well as society. In order to meet our CO2 reduction targets, Mazda is using a multi-solution approach that enables us to offer the right power source in the right place and considering its fitness to the market, regional situation, as well as the energy mix available. Furthermore, when it comes to electric vehicles and their batteries, we have the understanding that it's important to reduce the CO2 emissions over the entire product life cycle. Simply, the well-to-wheel concept includes the CO2 emissions from preparing and refining the fuels, as well as the CO2 emissions from electricity production, and finally the CO2 emissions from driving a vehicle. Life cycle assessment is a technique to measure the overall product environmental impact it gives, from producing the raw materials, use of the vehicle, until its end-of-life disposal. Following this approach, we see that the electric vehicle with its battery carries a very big CO2 backpack. This derives from the creation of raw materials and battery production. So it is wise, in order to limit the overall lifetime CO2 emissions of an electric vehicle, to use sustainable electricity derived from water or wind power for the propulsion of the vehicle. We at Mazda have therefore decided to use a 35.5 kWh battery, which carries a smaller CO2 backpack. And smaller means also lighter. With this lighter weight of the battery, we support the agility of the vehicle, and of course, with a lighter vehicle, we have less electricity consumption for driving. With this 35.5 kWh battery, we are sure many customers can enjoy their daily mobility with 200 kilometers range on a single charge. Mazda committed itself to the joy of driving. We call it Jinba Itai, a Japanese term which expresses the unity between horse and rider. For us, it's more the harmonious relationship between car and driver, we want to deliver our unique joy of driving, but now with an electric powertrain. We have decided to use a 35.5 kilowatt-hours battery. With this lighter weight of the battery, we support the agility of the vehicle, and of course, with a lighter vehicle, we have less electricity consumption for driving. With this 35.5 kilowatt-hours battery, we are sure many customers can enjoy their daily mobility with 200 kilometers range on a single charge. Our electric vehicle system and its battery is fully protected by a double safety system. This consists of a very strong protective structure and an automatic high voltage shut-off mechanism. An overall electrical control system instantly cuts off the high voltage system as soon as abnormalities are detected. Physically, our battery pack is well integrated into the floor frame, consisting of high-strength material, and by this it is well protected. This additional frame gives the vehicle a superb ruggedness and supports the agile behavior of the vehicle, as well as giving additional protection to the passengers. Our Mazda MX-30 electric vehicle comes with two charging options: the standard AC power charging and the rapid DC power charging. We can charge the vehicle to 100% in around 4.5 hours using the AC standard charging. But we can charge about 80% within 40 minutes using the rapid DC power charging. Charging itself is made easy. The charging port is located at the rear end of the vehicle, and the necessary charging cables can be stored in the trunk. They are delivered with two different connectors for standard and CCS high-speed charging. On this connector we can also see the charging status, similar to the vehicle displays inside of the vehicle and on our My Mazda app on our smartphone. Another special feature of our MX-30 electric vehicle are the freestyle doors, which a little bit looks like a coupe, but it gives you a lot of flexibility and openness in space, which I would like to demonstrate to you right now. The front door opens like a normal door. However, the rear door has no outside grip. This is here, and it allows us to make a very ample and great opening of the entire side of the vehicle. And if you have small kids, you will really enjoy that placing the kids inside of the child seat as well as taking them outside is really made super easy. So this car gives you a lot of comfort and also easiness to use. For example, when you have luggage which you simply want to place on the rear seats. There is a lot of space and nothing is in your way. But as we have no visible B-pillar, does not mean we don't have the safety that a B-pillar normally gives us to side impact. It is integrated in the door structure and delivers with its high-strength steel core and integrated shock-absorbing mechanisms all the safety we need from a vehicle like this. Aside of this, of course, the interior of our vehicle is made for ultimate comfort for front and rear side passengers. The rear seat is a little bit elevated compared to the front and made in a sofa style, giving us maximum comfort and visibility through the big windows all around. Of course, when we open the door, we have to open the front door first and then the rear door. When we close, we do the opposite way. And this has also a very positive effect on the safety if you have bigger kids. You can control by the closure and opening of the front doors whether the rear doors can be opened. And you can avoid that your kids run directly into the traffic because you cannot control the doors. We also provide special charging devices for inside of the vehicle. We have introduced a charger which can charge at 220 volt AC power up to 150 watt devices which you might like to carry with you. For the smaller items, we have two USB sockets in the front and a 12 volt DC socket so that all your needs can be satisfied.
A unique three-tone body paint developed by Mazda's master craftsman. A 5-hour paint process for a roof with rich metallic tones to accentuate the body color. A symbol of our craftsmanship and dedication to detail.